Welcome everyone to this edition of the Ocrolus Product Webinars from our CS team titled Cash Flow Analytics, now live on the Ocrolus dashboard. This new version of our analytics did release around a month and a half ago. So from the CS perspective on the customer success side here at Ocrolus, we wanted to give a run through of the new features and the new system and new visuals on the dashboard just to provide some additional material and make sure that all of our clients can be properly enabled with these new features. So we are recording this session, so we'll make sure to share it out along with the material that we go over after the call, and we can get started. So first, just a quick agenda. I'll go through some brief introductions of the customer success team here at Ocrolus. We can discuss some of the cash flow overview from these new analytics. I'll do a live demo as well, looking at, like a real world use case. And then this is questions and answers at the end. Feel free to let me know if there are any questions throughout the process, and we'll be happy to help. So moving right along, and then I see someone in the chat. Randy, if it looks like people from your side aren't able to connect, I think if they use an alternative email address, like a personal one, they should be able to register to jump into the meeting. So that can be an immediate fix for now. We'll make sure to update our settings next week just to see if we can alleviate any issues. And we'll make sure to share this recording once we're done. So if people are having trouble getting in now, while we're on the call, I think a next step could be just to have them use a personal email, which should allow them to register and hop in. But we'll make sure to address that moving forward as well. Perfect. So this is the Ocrolus customer success team. Both Erica and myself work on the customer success team and are here to support both you internally, the people on this call and people watching the recording, your specific accounts. And also we want to be, just really subject matter experts for all things product here at Ocrolus for our clients. So you can always reach us just directly with our emails or reaching out to support@ocrolus.com, which will go to our dedicated support team who can always help troubleshoot any issues that might be occurring live. Perfect. So moving right along, this is the new Ocrolus analytics experience. And as you can, this line item here says, which I think is true, with interest rates and volume and delinquency on the rise, our new cash flow analytics really do help accelerate lending decisions and really help lenders and our clients effectively manage credit risk. So I'll get into a demo of this in a moment, but essentially this new version of our analytics just really helps our clients stay more competitive, first and foremost by the fact that these new endpoints and these new the new system on our dashboard is running around 10 times faster than before. So it really allows you to make quicker decisions on your end, helps with risk prediction. We have new transaction tagging, tag customization options, and really just gives you more of an ability to look into the cash flow. And lastly, streamline. So whether you're looking at us through the API or the dashboard, and really in any manner that you are, anything that you're updating within the system is going to update across the board. So it really allows for a seamless and streamlined experience. And just moving on, and once again, I will demo this in a moment, but this is the two new pages that you're going to be seeing on the Oculus dashboard. One is the accounts page and one is the transactions page. The accounts page is great because it really just allows a summarization of key account and cash flow information right off the bat after documents go through our system and our process. It really just gives you some interactive visualizations as well to analyze and imagine what the cash flow is on a specific book. And then moving over to the transaction side, it really is providing details into each transaction that was extrapolated from a statement, and not only is tagging each transaction with proprietary tags and cash flow analytics that we offer, but also it really allows for updates and customizations on your end when reviewing the output through the page. So it allows for that customization as I was speaking about earlier. And just moving on here to the importance of cash flow underwriting, as I'm sure you all know, it really with the new cash flow system, this is really helping us to allow you to evaluate borrowers in more context of a changing environment with lots of changing headwinds within the lending industry. It allows you to understand unique financial dynamics of each business, really evaluate debt capacity, ability to pay. We're marking on our end things like NSFs, lender interactions, alternative lenders, some of that most important information, revenue, things like that, just to give that front and center info to you right away after documents verified within our system. And much of the same here, just talking about the benefits of our new cash flow feature. And for those of you who don't know kind of how our system is working is once documents are uploaded to our system, they're going through a machine learning human in the loop flow, really to extrapolate and capture all of the information and data within those statements. From there, we're performing some of this cash flow analysis by inputting certain analytics that we deem from the cash flow, tagging each transaction. And then from there, like I mentioned, whether through the API, through the dashboard, through exporting those analytics, you're able to really view those on your end in the back end, which helps to eliminate that manual data entry that you might be dealing with. It really allows you to, assess borrower cash flow and the ability to pay and just kind of streamline the entire process. So I will jump into a demo of the dashboard right now, and we can look at a live example. So here I am logging into an account. This is the book list overview page where we're seeing, all of the books that are existing within this specific organization. A book just being a one-to-one use case of a set of documents that should be kind of viewed and processed together. So to create a new book, I can just click on the top right here, new book. I'll name this one test. And immediately I'm prompted to upload some bank statements to the system. So I can click one or multiple statements. It doesn't really matter. Great thing about Ocrolus is we're going to classify the uploads for you, so you can leave the organization to us. So once those statements are submitted to the system, they'll start to verify. And once verification is complete, you'll receive an email letting you know that those analytics are available and ready for you to view. I'll hop into a book that I've already pre-submitted those statements to, just to speed up this process. But as you can see, clicking in here, we now can view all of these bank statements that were submitted to the system. They've now been verified. They've been organized and classified, as you can see here, and they've been digitized. So all of that transactional information, PII information, has been extrapolated from the statement and is now hosted within our system. So the main points of our cash flow analytics, as you can see here, we kind of have three sections: uploads, accounts, transactions. Cash flow analytics is primarily going to be in these bottom two sections. So after we've confirmed these uploads, we can click into accounts. And here we're going to see, as I was showing before in the slides, this account summary page. So we're showing you high level right away some information on the account summary, such as beginning balance, ending balance, period information, negative balances, things like that. And then as we scroll down, we'll see some cash flow at a glance. We can see debt coverage ratios, total loan payments, total revenue, expense, loan proceeds, NSF count. And the more you scroll down on this account tab, the more interactive visualizations you're going to be seeing on your end. These are all able to be filtered by different values. So if you can look at a daily, a weekly, a monthly value. And here, as I mentioned, we're just looking at balance history for the statements that have been uploaded. As I scroll down, you can also see revenue versus expense. And you can see summary by transaction tag. So for example, here, deposits and withdrawals are what are already being shown. But we also have around 50 plus tags that you can also sort by to kind of view those side by side in this graph form. So for example here, I'll just click on the revenue tag, have that load, and now we can see those three tags running side by side. I'll share some of this information once we're done with the call in a follow-up email. But if I just click into this Ocrolus cash flow analytic guide, here are a list of the 50 plus transaction tags that are automatically being tagged to each transaction just based on our proprietary cash flow process. So this allows you to see if something's being marked as a Venmo, Zelle, Cash App transaction, if it's reversed, if it's a gambling transaction, if it has more than 4 zeros or 5 zeros, or is it based on insurance. So this is giving you more insight into those transactions, and it just allows additional filtering through this section. Now that we've looked at accounts, I can click over to transactions, and this is going to be a running list of all of the transactions that have been extrapolated and captured from the statement. So if I just click onto a transaction, I can view what has been picked up on the Ocrolus side, account, date, amount, the specific description. I can also click into here and see exactly where it was extrapolated from the statement. So this is just giving you information on what was digitized. But additionally, we're also, as I was mentioning, marking each transaction with a list of tags. So here I can see around 6 or 7 or so tags that are being marked on this transaction. And I'm also seeing if it's been included or excluded in our estimated revenue calculation. The really cool thing about all of this is that it can be customized. So if I'm looking at a specific transaction and I want it to be included in revenue, I can click on this little toggle and the whole calculation is going to change within the system. If I want to click on this transaction and add a bank tag, because I view that it should be for whatever reason, it is automatically going to save within the system. I also can do this in a bulk fashion. So if I want to go through to look through a keyword, for example, Venmo, if I want all of these Venmo transactions actually excluded from revenue, whereas right now they're included, I can click all of them, exclude from revenue, and these toggles are going to update within the system so that now the calculations have been changed. Like I said, you can do this with revenue, you can do this with tags, and you can also add customized comments throughout the section, which can allow for some additional collaboration across your team. So now that we've gone through uploading documents, looking at the account level information, looking at transactions side by side, we also can finish up here by exporting all of the analytics that I've been speaking about. So to do that, you can just click this drop-down export section, and you'll see this lender analytics section in the middle. This can now be downloaded as an Excel. So an Excel is going to download, which we can open up, and immediately is going to be showing us those cash flow analytic features in an Excel format with the same data that we were just looking at. So right off the bat, I'm looking at that same book, Jill Smith Coffee Shop, and I'm seeing very important, kind of key information from the start: average daily balance, transaction count, total revenue, expenses, NSF count, debt coverage ratio, all of that information right here. As I scroll down, I'm also seeing, broken out by the different months that were uploaded, some of that information as well: average deposits and transaction size, revenue by month, things like that. And I can also click on this top left to filter by these analytical points. So if I want to see the NSF fee count by month, I can just click that, scroll down, and I can see all of those listed here. This first tab that we're looking at is on the entire book level section. But as I click over, I'll see it more at an account level. So here, now we're seeing with this specific statement and the different statement periods that have been extrapolated from the system, this key cash flow information, as well as this key cash flow information broken out by the statement periods. Once again, you can filter through here. If I'm wanting to look at, fintech MCA transactions, I can do that, or fintech loan. Scroll down and it'll show me this here as well. So all of this data is being hosted within the Excel sheet and is able to be updated on the previous pages like we were looking at. The last point I want to touch on here is this very last tab, Enrich Transactions. This is just showing, as I was mentioning previously, these 50 plus transactional tabs, or transactional tags, I should say, are now existing within this tab. So we're showing if deposit or revenue or NSF, if it was listed as true, that means that the corresponding transaction has a true tag, and you can utilize this section to filter through and view those tags in Excel format as well. So that is the rundown of what we were hoping to show you today regarding the cash flow analytics. Like I mentioned, it should be live to view on all of your accounts when you log into the dashboard. If you do have any issues in terms of accessing the cash flow analytics, if you have any questions concerning the analytics, or if you're having any roadblocks within the system, please reach out to either your account contact, or you can simply email support@ocrolus.com so that our support team can assist you on their end as well. Please be on the lookout for more webinar links because we'll continue to do this throughout the next few months, just in terms of product-led webinars. I do thank you all for joining, and as I mentioned, I'll follow up with this recording later this week as well with some additional material. So appreciate everyone here joining, and hope you all have a great rest of your day.